roll the window down. If I fuck things up, just tell me now. I'm living in a blinded town, am I running out of time? Feel the control when I'm talking to you. Slow trip, trying to play it cool. Nothing to do, let's drive to the ocean. Get high, lay on the beach. White water running down my feet. Make love and repeat, I don't ever want to stay all night to see the sunrise. It's way too soon to be calling me baby, but it feels so right against the moonlight. Deep sea diving at first, don't save me. Is there something I can say? Make you wanna stay with me. Is there something I can say to make you wanna stay with me? Oh, to make you wanna stay with me. Is there something I can do to show my love for you?
Let me read my brother's super cap because I really appreciate it. Shout out to Grown Man Talking. Already became the sponsor of tonight's show with a total of $20. Thank you for helping us keep the lights on. Grown Men Talking. Shout out to GMT. Thank you, bro.
No captivity.
GMT say, my guy, no cap. It was a blessing having you on the show Sunday. Had some great feedback. Blessings. Thank you, bro, man. Hey,
No captivity.
just in case some of y'all don't know, I was on Grown Man Talking show last Sunday, and I had a blast, man. Shout out to Grown Man Talking, and shout out to his entire panel, all the ladies and all the gentlemen. I had a great show. I had a great time on his show. A lot of different opinions, very opinionated panel. Thank you for even giving me that warm embrace, GMT. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed to Grown Man Talking's channel yet, make sure y'all go subscribe to Grown Man Talking. It's an excellent brother, excellent channel.
GMT and Mingo.
Hey!
Hey, he should come on the panel. Like, he should definitely come on the
Come on
panel.
up here, sir. Come on up here. By the way, is this a love offering or is this
No,
indentured servitude?
that's my dog. Those are for minutes. Those are definitely for minutes.
No, don't influence him. He can
No,
make
that's
his
my
decision.
partner. I got his vote by proxy. Ask him. You want me to call him?
What up, Grown Man Talking? I appreciate you. Let me see. Grown Man Talking. That's another show I watch. Y'all check out my man Grown Man Talking right there. If y'all can see that. That's the name of this channel. Very good channel. I watch it every day. That's I got the idea from about having a panel with more than one person on here. I saw him one day doing it. He could have women, interesting topics, what have you. So I appreciate you, Grown Man Talking.
And I'm small again. What is going on? What is going on? You too. We are live. We are live. We are back in the building. And shout outs to you. Yo, if only I could get this camera right, man. This thing just be every time I turn it off and on, I get blurry and it's kind of all over the place. I'm like, what is going on with this thing? I need to figure it out. But what up, y'all? We are in the building. It is Friday, and I am excited about today for another episode of Grown Men Trash Talking, where we talk trash and we get into some serious topics where I get to actually be by myself and give my point of view as if y'all really want to hear it, right? And actually get you guys involved, get the audience involved. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once. So what up? We are here, we are live. It is Friday. I'm pissed in a way because my HVAC system, I don't know what's going on with it, but this morning it just stopped blowing cold air. And if y'all don't know, I like to set my house at 72. 72 is the perfect temperature. I have no idea how people could relax in 75. It's so humid, especially in North Carolina. It don't matter even if it's the wintertime. It needs to be 72 degrees in the house at all times. So something went wrong. I don't know. It's like blowing out warm air. So thank God for home warranties. So I had to utilize the warranty that I paid for so that way I could get these technicians out here to get my HVAC system fixed because I can't live like this. If it continues to go on, I might have to take my family and we're going to have to sleep in a hotel until they get this thing done. But I don't think it's nothing major, though. I don't think it's nothing major. I hope not. But either way, if and when you buy a house, my advice to everyone, don't just, of course, you have to have home insurance, right? But my advice to everyone is to get a warranty. If it's used, amazing. You can still get a warranty on a used house as well. I use this this warranty company called 21 Homes. No, y'all not sponsoring me, but y'all need to. It's called 210 Homes. I'm sorry. 210 Homes. And I use that warranty, and it's only $100 deductible. And if your HVAC system goes down, if your refrigerator breaks, if your dishwasher goes down, anything, they come through, you pay $100, and they'll either fix it or repair the whole thing. So shout out to them, shout out to them, and shout out to y'all for being with your boy on a Friday. I'm lucky to have y'all here. The day before Meet to Marry Season 2, Episode 2 drops. And what's so dope about this is, and I want y'all to stay tuned because I'm about to do giveaways on this channel. So I have the, what's those called? The Apple Air Buds or whatever. Something me and my son are doing together. But he's sending it to me. So it's the ones that go over your ear, the big one, not the AirPods. I think the AirPods stays in your ear. These are the big boys that it's like worth like $300 and something. I'm doing a giveaway on my channel. The giveaway is going to be for one channel members, right? You have to share Meet to Marry. You have to tag me in sharing Meet to Marry. And there's other stipulations to it as well. But I have a few that I'm giving away, not just one. So with that being said, you guys want to become channel members. And I'm going to make a special announcement tomorrow as well with all the details of the giveaway. So if you're not a channel member, you might want to become a channel member because that's the surefire way to get in the race to be able to get yourself a pair of those Apple headphones. Plus, I also have the smaller ones too, the Apple AirPods, the ones that goes in your ears, the small ones, stick in your ear. I have those. I sound mad old. I have those as well. So y'all want to make sure that you guys are channel members and that you are sharing Meet to Marry to all of your peoples. Obviously, the more shares, the more chances you have to win those earbuds. And I gotta get the name of this thing right. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta use Google. Apple over the air headphones. So those are called Apple AirPods Max. That's what I have. And I see the AirPods Max is going for $549. I am giving it to you. I am giving it to you with just a channel membership, and also beyond being just a channel member, how much you share the content. So I'll make sure that, I'll have more details on that. But make sure you guys are watching, tuning in, and sharing Meet to Mary, so that way you could enter to win the Apple AirPods Max. And also I have regular Apple AirPods as well. That's going to be in competition for people to win if you are a channel member of this channel. So shout out to y'all for being here. Shout out to all my current channel members. Meet to Mary Season 2, Episode 2 is actually out right now for my channel members to watch if they want to watch it. So if you are currently a channel member, you can actually go and watch Season 2, Episode 2 right now. Right now. Well, after you get off of this, right? After I leave this, you can go watch it. I'm not going to hold y'all for too long. I got a few good topics for y'all that I wanted to get into, right? And y'all know how we do on a Friday. We have fun with this. We try to keep it light, but at the same time serious. So let's get into the video. All right, y'all. Follow. Shout out to everyone that's currently here. Do me a favor, hit the like button. If you have not hit the like button, hit the like button for your boy. On top of hitting the like button, let's get active in the comments. Say what up. Where you watching from? Let me know what's up. Let me know you here. Y'all in the building with your boy on a Friday. I know y'all pocket watching, pocket listening, because some of y'all are at work right now. But just take the phone out your pocket real quick and just say what up to your boy. Let me know where you at, who's here, that you here. Let's show some love. All right, y'all. Let's get active. So you guys saw the thumbnail, but we're going to get into that in a few minutes. I have a few different topics I wanted to go over real quick. So let's talk about it.
You go outside and you deal with your homeboys and stuff like that. The reason why it's so fun and enjoyable to you is because they're not asking follow-up questions. They're not saying, hey, bro, you good? Like, let's talk about it. Like, let's dissect this. Like, they're not doing that. So, of course, that's more fun to you.
Where'd she get that from? Where'd she get that from? Yo, my boy DP is in the building, rocking from Colorado. Salute, and shout out to, yo, what's up? Where everybody rocking from? If you currently in the building, let me know where you at and where you rocking with your boy from. Shout out to you, DP. What up, man? DP, I don't know if you have an iPhone, but if you do, you might want to become a channel member so that way you can have an opportunity to win the Apple AirPods Max. So let me know what's up, fam. But thank you for watching, my guy. Always appreciate you for being here. All right, let's keep going. So who told her this? Who made that up? Who said that our boys pretty much make it light for us? But let's continue.
Because you don't have to actually deal with any of the stuff that you are struggling with. You're running, you're a runner, you're a track star. That's what you're doing. You just want to run away when it gets hard.
It's not that our boys don't ask follow-up questions per se. I think it's that our boys don't judge us for what we bring to them, right? Or take it personal, what we bring to them. I think oftentimes women in relationships forget who the man is that is talking to them when we bring up these grievances, right? So if I bring up, hypothetically speaking, if I bring up a grievance in which you're the culprit, most women are going to take that personal, and they're going to get very, very, very defensive.
Maybe.
You understand? Instead of understanding the source, understanding where it's coming from. This is not a stranger on the street that's telling you what you need to fix. This is not somebody that you just met one time at the job, a coworker or whatever, telling you what you need to work on. This is the man that loves you more than anything in this world. This is the man that's taking care of you. This is the man that's showing up for your son or showing up for your daughter or, helping your mom out when she need this or your grandma out when she need that. This is that man, right? But instead of you processing it that way, that this is somebody that loves me, that's saying these things, you process it as if I'm somebody that's trying to attack you, right? And with our friends, that's not what we're getting.
He hit that on the head. But I wanted to add to that. Men hold each other accountable. Oh my God, here she goes. Queen Lala is in the building. What up, my sister? Shout out to you. shout out to you. It's always a pleasure seeing you over here, rocking out with your boy. Much love, much respect to Queen Lala. For the longest now, Queen Lala been rocking with us. For the longest. Real talk. All right. So who said that? Throughout my whole life, men have always held me accountable, right? And not only hold me accountable, they also put me in my place when it's time to be put in my place. Just the other day, I was at work. And I always talk about, sometimes I sporadically talk about one of my good friends, George. George, he don't care. He'll tell me as it is. And this is the type of people I love to have around me, right? Me and another one of my colleagues got into a little misunderstanding. Let's put it like that. We got into a misunderstanding, right? He's my superior, right? So we got into a misunderstanding, and, I personally didn't feel like I did anything wrong. I brought the situation eventually after to George, and George was like, yo, Mingo, he is kind of telling the truth. It wasn't, he did not coddle my feelings. He said, yo, Mingo, you know what? Sometimes you are unavailable. You make yourself unavailable. And at first I didn't want to hear it, right? At first I was like, what you talking about, son? Like, I'm always here. Me and him went back and forth. He just laughed at me because he's like, Mingo, you make yourself unavailable for certain people when they need you. And I had to really check myself like, wait a minute. I'm that guy. I'm that guy that when you say, if I don't really have too much communication with you and you ask me to do something, I tend to fall back from you, meaning that you probably will rarely ever hear from me. So when you ask me for something, I probably won't really be there for you like that because of the type of rocky relationship I might have with you. But I had to check myself like, hold up, if I work with people, is that the way to be? Right? If I have to be around you, I should still always be present. And that was something that I had to learn through George holding me accountable. Right? Adrian, what up, fam? Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, my guy. Always good. Always a pleasure to see you in the building. Let me know whenever you in Charlotte, my guy, so that way we can link up. Or if you in South Carolina, like Fort Mill or whatever, let me know so we can link up. So yeah. So I had to learn, I learned a valuable lesson, and that's what men do. We hold each other accountable all the time. All the time. I don't think I ever hung out around a yes man since I was a kid. Every adult man that has been around me held me accountable. Now, that could be a reason why I am the way I am, why I handle business and I'm on top of things and I make sure I fix my mistakes. And, people could rely on me for the most part that is close to me, right? Everyone close to me know I could call Mingo for anything. He going to be there. Mingo will get up in his car and drive in the middle of the night to make sure you're straight. But at the same time, I shouldn't be the opposite to everyone, especially if I have to work around you. So these are lessons that men teach other men. You know what I'm saying? So hold on, I'm going to play that again because I want to kind of dissect what she said.
When you go outside and you deal with your homeboys and stuff like that, the reason why it's so fun and enjoyable to you is because they're not asking follow-up questions.
Yo, I don't know how come certain women, I'm not saying all, of course, we're talking about her specifically and her archetype of woman. Why do you feel as if our boys, first of all, it's all fun and we don't really have tough conversations?
They're not saying, hey, bro, you good? Like, let's talk about it.
Yo, I get deep. Now, here's something that I don't do. I don't recommend. I don't talk about my marriage to everyone, right? I don't talk about my marriage to my boys. I believe your marriage should be something you deal with your wife. And even when you have hard times, I believe that covenant that you made between her, yourself, and God, it should stay in the house, right? So whenever I go through stuff like that, I talk to my wife. If I have a problem with my wife, I talk to my wife. I don't go to everyone else out there and ask them, help me fix my issue with my wife. Because what happens when you do that is the wrong information starts to get digested, right? So exactly. Should always. That's scary. What up? Make sure y'all go over to my girl channel and subscribe. So yeah, the wrong information gets digested and you're like, yo, you don't know how to, you tend to take things home to your wife that you shouldn't. So I solely believe when you have a problem, you deal with it with your wife. But all these other stuff I go through, I talk to my boys. And it'll be Quint, George, or one of my other guys, Jimmy. We all sit there and we talk, and we basically, even if it sounds kind of disrespectful, because we holding each other accountable and we having these hard conversations, we tend to just do that. We tend to do that. Even if one of us don't like the conversation, we'll sit back and listen to each other at the end of the day, because we know that the advice you giving me is for my best interest. You're not just saying something just to say it. So that's why it is good to have male friends. You bring your problems to your male friends. Those outside issues, I don't bring those to my wife like that either, to be honest with you. I believe in putting, like, my wife issues, I put that at her feet with her. Outside issues, I put that around my male friends. I don't bring those to the women outside that I know like that as well. I usually bring it to all of my male friends. But I don't know. Crazy enough. Like I said, I don't have super long. I have a few topics I want to get into. So we're going to move on. Do me a favor, y'all, get active in the comments. If you are watching right now, give your city a shout out. Let me know where you at, where you watching me from. If you in Charlotte, let's link up at some point. But let's continue.
So your mom should have told you don't ask a female how old she is.
Why is that a problem, though?
Because I'm old. You're not old. You're seasoned.
Old?
You're vintage. Okay, I'm 34.
And you?
33.
Are you ladies single?
I'm very much single. Single now.
Do you feel like dating is more challenging as a black woman than it would to be any woman of a lighter skin tone?
Nope. Because I get Caucasian men, I get Asian men, I get African American men, I get all types of different ethnic groups.
Damn, taste the rainbow.
That's willing to take care of me and be my significant other, or.
Oh my God. If you had all of this, should be a married woman. You're going to tell me you have every race of man. You have Middle Eastern, Asian, you have black, you have whites, Hispanic. You have almost every man from what she's saying, right? You should be in a relationship. You should be. You're not going to say it's about me and I'm trying me. This is why I say sometimes I don't like listening to people, because sometimes people just talk because it sounds good. You know what I'm saying? Right. So she doesn't really have them. You have all of these men around you that want to do whatever, but you don't have one because you don't like none, then guess what? You have no man that really could fit the bill for what you want. Sorry. Your options is few.
A husband or boyfriend, but I don't condone to it because I know what I want. I know what I was raised to accept, and I have not met that guy yet.
I do think in this society sometimes it does present a little bit of challenges. I haven't had many because I have had a very successful, very long marriage.
I like her. And the reason why I like her is because she sounds like she's realistic. Look, you see even the other friends, she's looking to see who's looking at her, what type of attention she could get. She's that girl that she's a problem. Meanwhile, you have the other sister, chocolate skin, by the way, who's sitting there telling you this is the real, right? This is my experience as a black woman. I could respect that. I'm gonna bring that back just a little bit.
I do think in this society sometimes it does present a little bit of challenges. I haven't had many because I have had a very successful, very long marriage at a point, and
You could always tell. You could always tell.
I love black men. I just don't know if they love us all the time. Black men, I do believe treat
Oh my God. All right. That's where she lost me at. All right, but let's keep going.
other cultures a little bit differently. I don't know what it is, but I do believe sometimes that they are a little bit more gentle with other races of women.
So I'm not negating her experience. Her experience is hers and hers to live with alone, right? So I'm not negating her experience with black men, right? They depending on where you live, where you're from, the type of men you're around, it could seem like men don't care for women. But I could tell you, your experience is not the majority. Your experience is just that. It's your experience. Black men love y'all to death. On average, marry y'all at an 80%. I think it's actually 82 or 83% rate. It's how much we love y'all, right? It doesn't, and the divorce ain't usually getting divorced because the man cheated. Now we're getting divorced because you're not happy. And that's it. Your happiness over everything. So that's why I say, what I do wish is that a lot of our sisters would start looking at the actual data. And the data would tell you, God, yo, if any man on this earth loves us, it's our black men. It's our black men. You know what I'm saying? But look at DP right here, right? So I love my sisters, but I don't agree with the modern day behavior. Right? And neither do I. But I have a black wife. I love my wife to death. I don't agree with the modern behaviors as well. So, yeah, it doesn't mean just because your experience is your experience, that doesn't take away from the majority. And when we speak about black men and black women, we need to look at the data to truly come up with an actual, good talking point on what's real. Because when you say, I don't feel as if black men love us like that, you're basically it's a form of separation. It's a form of separation. We got foundational black in the building. The only persons to speak with concerning marital issues is a professional counselor, a psychiatrist. I totally agree. Totally agree. But yeah, so when you look at these type of situations and you listen to when people spit this rhetoric, and not only women spit this rhetoric, right? Black men spit this rhetoric as well. And they feel as if what their observable reality is, maybe the internet, and they see women twerking on tables and they're wilding out like that. They feel as if that's all women, but it's not. It's not. It's the select few. It's the select few that you need to just stay away from. That's it. If you don't like a certain behavior, stay away from it, but it doesn't take away. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this, right? There's somebody that sends me a lot of content. He's one of the viewers on this channel. He sends me a lot of content. But in the content, it's strictly everything that trashes black women. It's always black women is black women that, black women is black women, black women. Look at them, look at them. And I'm looking at my black woman, and I'm like, she don't do that, right? I'm not taking away from what the loudest in the bunch might do, right? And I'm not saying that in a lot of situations that our sisters, even the good ones, don't pick up a certain mentality from the rest of them. But there's a level of tolerance when you become a man that you should have for the people around you, or you just shouldn't be around them. Meaning, get your passport, leave. If you feel so much that the group of people that's around you, men and women alike, leave. What are we doing here? Why sit down in a place where you're miserable? You're complaining about the people that occupy the same space as you. And you're going to do that for what? For the rest of your life? You're just going to be miserable? You're going to be an old grouch? But that's what I get sometimes from, and I'm going to put this on the men right now. This is what I get from a lot of the men. The heavy, heavy red pill rangers. Like, we talking about the ones that's into that lifestyle so hard that it's almost like a radical left. I get the red pill movement and all that, but there's a fine line of it, right? Where there shouldn't necessarily be hate. If anything, you should work on fixing the problem. But when you fall into the line of hate, that's a problem. I can't sit around a group of people that I hate. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even engage with a group of people that I feel like I hate. I wouldn't even talk to them. Like, yo, it wouldn't even make sense. Like, there's nothing for me to talk about if I felt the word hate. Thank God I don't have hate in my bones for nobody. But best believe if I felt that emotion, because that's what it is, essentially, right? When you feel that word hate, you're feeling an emotion, something inside of you that boils in your blood that you can't stand the people around you. Then why not just leave? Why not just leave? So it's something that I wanted to touch on, right? You know, like I said, I get a lot of content that's sent to me from a lot of different people asking me to review certain things. And then when I do, a lot of them be straight hate, yo. It be straight hate. And I really can't get with it. I can't get with it because I don't hate our women. I love our women. I just want our women to do better. And I want our women to accept and love us the same way we accept and love them. That's all. That's all. You know what I'm saying? What else could I ask for? What else? I'm a content creator. What else could I ask for? So respect to everyone that's out there. You have your own opinions. You're in your own space, but you sound like the same woman that's up on the screen right now. As if you're like, yo, black men don't love us. That's crazy. But I like the fact that she said, I feel as if, right? I think she used the word feel. Let's see.
And I love black men. I just don't know if they love us all the time. Black men.
Oh, she said she doesn't know, but her opinion though, right? I just don't know. So technically it's her feelings. I'm not mad at that. Your feelings gonna make you feel whatever it wants to. But there's facts to your feelings as well. And that's why I say if we learn the data and we actually had the actual numbers to see, well, how often are black men just leaving us? No, we're not. We're not. Most black men support black women heavy, even black women only businesses. So just food for thought. Do me a favor, y'all, get active in the comments. Y'all quiet today. I guess it's because y'all at work. I know y'all at work, but let's get active. All right, y'all. I got another video I wanted to play. This one, let me share my screen for y'all. So this is an interesting one right here, right? Young lady says, and by the way, follow the content creator. How you pronounce that? Gartia? I don't know. Something like that. Y'all see it on the screen. Do me a favor, follow the content creator. Dope content. They're growing their channel right now. And I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? When you jump on it, please hit the like button if you are there on their channel. Let's help them grow. But great conversation. And what I liked about it is the reality of it when honesty comes into play, right? A lot of people would say, I'll have sex with you, I'll sleep with you, but I won't cook for you, right? Because that's too intimate. There's no difference between a person saying like, yo, I'll give you a baby, but I won't marry you because it's too intimate. That's too much of a commitment. So let's hear what this young lady has to say, and let's talk about it. Let's get active.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that my past relationships has made me feel like that. Like now I need to not do so much in the beginning or show them, sides, whatever, that because cooking was a problem with me and him, but it was a different problem with the other nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, I can't, how can I stay when I lose my train of thought? It was deep for me because I felt like in my last relationships, like I did too much in the beginning. So now I'm finna hold back. But again, now I'm not being my authentic self because I love catering to people. Like I just be feeling like, oh, if I cook and make your meal, I'm not gonna do all that because then why would you marry me? Why would you get in a committed relationship?
Yo, I know I put this on. This sounds crazy. It sounds so backwards, but listen, it's a real thing. It's a real topic. It's a real topic. And I think I want to do this on Sunday with my panel. Think about what she just said, y'all. Think about what she said. Why would you marry me? Why would you marry me if I cook you a meal? But it's okay for me because you're not sliding short of giving him everything in the bedroom. Hands down, you're giving that man everything in the bedroom. You're flipping it, you're jumping off of walls, you're doing everything that you're not supposed to be doing according to Christianity, right? According to the Bible. You're doing it all. But your line stops at cooking the man a meal. Yo, Melody, it is wild. It is so wild. DP programming is all jacked up. I told what do we do with this? Let's keep going.
Relationship with me if I'm already doing everything and we're not committed yet.
I would like to say something about that.
My man in the back with the dreads just said, damn. I don't know if the damn was because he felt like she was spitting bars or if he just felt like that was the dumbest thing I ever heard. Yo.
I got a different view on that, right?
Same.
So I still do everything, right? So yeah, you can wipe out a cow, but you ain't get no pussy. What? So she's saying as far as like wifely duties, cook, clean, whatever, because it's just like, wow, I'm putting too much energy, basically. That's what you're saying. But now just coming into this different space that I'm in, I'm like, I could do all that, but my what you ain't gonna get is my box. Like, so I cook, clean, spend time with you. So you is gonna still think about marrying me because that I feel like essentially every man want that you coming in for that purpose. Not that purpose specifically, but eventually you want some. Yeah. So
Right. Yo, what's up, Mel? You don't like that word box? You don't like the word box? Hey, listen. That's what a lot of men are in it for, right? The benefits come after that is you, the person, right? But guarantee you, and if any other man tells you anything else, he is straight lying to you. I guarantee you, the majority of men that meet these women, the first thing he's thinking about is, could I lay with her? How fast could I lay with her? And it's up to you, ladies, to be at your discretion to say, I'm going to reserve myself for something more, like a commitment. You know what I'm saying? So, on the next is in the building, my God. What up? He says, you can get the cheeks, but not a plate. How sway? I don't know, man. Yo, Queen Lala says, yikes. Yeah. This is nail biting stuff right here. It's nail biting stuff. But you think about it. That's what men are in it for. So it's all up to you, women, to really say to yourself and use discernment on, all right, Melanie don't like the word box, so we won't use the word box. We'll say the vajayjay, right? We'll try to still keep it a little bit YouTube friendly. It's up to you, ladies, on how you discern yourself before you give it up, because all men want it. All men want it. Even the little scrawny, corny dude out there want it. That overweight, 500-pound man, if you give it to him, he'll take it. That's just how it goes. That's life. We could want life to be something else, but it's not. I like to live life, right? Not what it could be or should be, but as it is. Because that's living in the real world. Anything else is a fantasy. So, understanding that discernment, ladies, it falls on you. So if you want more from the man, and that's just only if you want more, right, from the man, then yeah, like it's going to be solely up to you. It makes sense to cook a meal for him because that's showing him that you could be a wife, as opposed to giving him sex and then not cooking the meal. That's the opposite. That's showing him that all you're good for is sex. I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. I'm only a person that lives on earth. I don't make these rules. But when you have to logically think about things, right? And you have to lay it out. That's why I like what the chocolate sister was just saying. She made so much sense. I would rather cook you a meal, because if I cook you a meal and not have sex with you, that might make you want to, the curiosity is there. Men love curiosity. Men love to not know things, but the secret of what it could be if I did get it. This is why back in the days, women was married at such a high rate, because of modesty. Because men were curious as hell to want to know what it was like to sleep with you. And you said, no, my mama said, my church taught me, my pastor said, oh man, you know what? Let me put a ring on her finger so that way I can get the box. Oh, yo, my bad, Mel. My bad, Mel. I didn't mean to say box. That way I could get the vajayjay, the coochie. I feel awkward saying all that stuff, but whatever, right? So that's how it was. That's how it was. We had to actually work for it. And women made that so. We wasn't seeing your bottom cleavage when we went outside. There wasn't no such thing as a side boob. There wasn't no such thing as your cheeks hanging out the bottom of your shorts. There's nothing to the imagination anymore, which is what Phylicia Rashad talked about, which we're going to get into that very soon. But any man that's willing to be a husband, that's ready to be a husband, values your modesty and values the factors of, yo, I'm not just going to get it the first night. And I can't even get a meal from you. You're going to tell me you can't even throw a salmon in the oven for me and some asparagus on the stove? You can't do none of that, but I just slept with you? That's where the buck stops? Oh, no, cooking. No, that's crazy. That's giving too much wifely stuff. Why isn't your body the wifely stuff that you should not be giving out? You see how backwards this is? Right? Right? And that's Gary said it right here. So backwards, Jesus. Oh, man, we on the same wavelength. It's so backwards. I'd rather give you something of my most valuable part of me, but I won't give you a meal. Come on.
Oh, that's why I feel like you ain't getting that for free. Like,
well, I'm fucking before I cook, so I'm fucking before I cook. Most likely, 9 times out of 10, I done fucked you already. Like, you know.
Yo, man. Oh, Sometimes I listen to these topics and they hurt.
I'm saying way before I come in and try to cook you a meal. Like so I probably wouldn't do that. Like I probably would be like, you know, I would come in because most relationships, I mean, y'all be loosely involved and whatever. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck you and do all that, but I just feel like cooking, that's showing a different care for a nigga. Not saying that fucking is not, but we all know how that can go. You know what I'm saying? But it's like cooking is like I'm nurturing you. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, she don't even talk like a man, Mel. Yo, listen, that's not even like a man. That's just a screwed up woman. Yo, Skinny, what up, man? My guy is in the building. Shout out to you. I saw you in Media Man chat the other day. My man was like trying to get people over here to watch your boy GMT. I appreciate you, Skinny, so much, man. You have no idea, my guy. No idea. Thank you, my brother. So it's crazy. It's crazy. When you think about it, right? You would rather give up the box. No, sorry, Mel. I'm so used to saying that. I'm sorry, Mel. You would rather give up the vajayjay than anything else? Than cook? Why are we like this? Why are we like this? Who programmed us? Who taught? You see, this is where we need to get to the grassroots of these problems. So that way we don't pass it on to our children. If you don't know where the problem started at, there's no way you can fix it. That's like my HVAC technician that I need to come over and fix this damn AC. If he doesn't understand the root cause and how it works, there's absolutely no way he could fix the problem. So what I need to do, right, is come up with a way to break this whole problem down. And what I want to do is get some pristine men and women into this topic so we can figure out how to flush out this type of mentality. How do we flush out a woman saying something like, I'd rather have sex with you than cook for you? Because cooking's too intimate. Sex is not. The same way we have the mentality of the babies, right? There's a lot of women that'll say, like, listen, I'll give you a baby, but marrying you? That's crazy. That's way too much of a commitment. A baby is way too much of a commitment. Right. I agree. DP, absent fathers. That's part of the problem right there. Right? That's a major part of the problem right there. Or sometimes it'll be these fathers with the hood mentality, and you can call them absent fathers, I guess, as well. Because how did this happen? How did this happen? Where did we go wrong to where this sister actually thought that that was okay to say? And you could tell by the way she's talking, she's speaking from her gut.
Saying like, I care for you.
Language.
Yeah, and that's good, but it's like I'm not finna do all that and think you're gonna be committed to me if we're not already committed.
Why not? I gave if men out here putting babies in you, fucking you, ain't changed your title. So even if I did everything else except gave you that, you still gonna try hard and work and try to get that.
Yeah,
like you're still working.
It seemed like you come in though, it seemed like you come in open, like
hell yeah, I'm open.
Like as far as just like you'll cook, be nice and stuff like that, and it seemed
you'll
like
be gone in 30 days.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. So it seemed like you open me. When I go into relationships, I'm more like closed off, like because of like my past and shit like that. So
she shouldn't be in a relationship. She don't even talk like she should be in a relationship. And the problem with this young lady is, guess what? All the effing that she's doing, if she doesn't have a baby, she probably will very soon. And the problem with that is That's going to be the future mother that's going to raise our daughters to be the women and our sons to be those type of men that they hate. That's the sad part. She's going to be the woman that's going to raise the daughters to be just like her. What's going to be the difference? When she turns around and says something, when her daughter wants to learn on, hey, mom, what should I do? Should I cook my man a meal? She's going to be like, no, that's too much. Don't do that. Oh, mom, he wants to marry me. Whoa, that's way too much of a commitment. You can sleep with him. You can give him a baby, but just don't marry him because, hell, he might not be worth it. Why are you sleeping with him to begin with? Why is that even a thing? Why is that like? Help me. There's something I'm missing here, man. I almost feel like I'm slow, like I belong on the slow bus, short bus. There's something missing here. It can't be me. Like I don't know because I know y'all, meaning y'all, think like I do for the most part, but there's so many other people out in this world that feel like what she's saying is okay and valid. They actually think that this is valid. And that's a crazy mindset to have, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't need to harp on this anymore. But y'all know where I'm coming from with this. That's what I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna work on getting the, it's gonna be like the meeting of the minds, right? A bunch of good content creators. And we'll all get together and we'll break this down on what the hell is going on in the world today. What the hell is going on in the world today? Ladies, men respect you more the longer it takes to actually sleep with you. And if sleeping with you is great and it's the best thing they ever had, even more. Men respect you even more. But if you know how to cook, if you know how to clean, if you know how to keep, one of the biggest things, right? You know what? I should give y'all a little tour. Look at my house. I'm gonna show y'all my houses, right? As much as I could over here. As much as I could. That's my house, right? That's how my wife keeps my house. You hear my wife, she's yelling at me. She's telling me to stop showing y'all the house. But anyways, that's how clean my wife keeps the house. That's what that means. It was one of the reasons when I first met her. Oh man, she's in the chat. What's up, babe? She said that's it. But one of the reasons why I keep my house, they don't have the address. They don't know where we live. But anyways, one of the reasons why I keep the house, why I married her, was off of when I met her, the things that she did. Y'all, I always say, right? My wife, first, she wasn't gonna hold y'all. She wasn't the best cook. Man, she made me some tough beef ribs one day. I couldn't even eat it. It was so chewy. It was so it felt like I was biting on rubber. But guess what? I told her, she went and learned how to make some mean beef ribs, y'all. Now she cooks. She's the best cook that I ever had food from. Aside from my mom. She's neck and neck with my mom. So, hold on, what? What did it make me a bad cook starting out? Yes, it does. You was a bad cook. You burnt rice. There was a lot going on that was just bad. But you figured it out. All right. Queen Lala with the $4.99 super chat. Shout out to you. There we go. Yeah. Queen Lala with the $4.99 super chat. She says commitment before sex, marry before you carry. Can we show a person's value mindset? She says, if a woman wants a commitment, then you shouldn't rush to sex. Please tell them. Please tell them. Because that's how it's supposed to be. Cooking a meal shouldn't equate to that. Cooking a meal is cooking a meal. You need to eat. Why I can't eat with you? But you look at cooking as too much of a commitment. We have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. For real, for real. So anyways, like I said, I don't have y'all. I have a meeting that I have to be at 2:00 on the other side of town. She said, cooking with Dion, cooking with Dion. And my wife will be fully dressed, right? That's a lady for you. She should do cooking tutorials because my wife could cook. I'm talking about cook for real. She could cook. Love it. All right. So let's continue. Let's move on to the next thing. I wanted to talk about what's it? Marvin Sapp, the gospel artist. Y'all know, never would have paid it, right? I don't want to play his part of it because we all know we got bogged down with Marvin Sapp. Everyone knows what he did. Close the doors, close the doors, close the door, right? We all know what he did. But, right? Here's something that I wanted to talk about real quick that happened, right, with him, that was Pastor Jamal Bryant. And to him, he said that Pastor Jamal Bryant pretty much was talking about why the men aren't in the church. He was talking more on the response from black men and black men saying, you see, him saying close the door, him saying pay up $20 was not really the reason why black men are not in the church, but for another reason. And I want to let him explain it to y'all, and then we're going to get into the video. All right.
Work done in his dissertation, 80% of black men, hear this, 80% of black men don't attend church or watch it online. And these numbers are not only alarming, they are revealing, because according to this report, most black men believe in a higher power. So most black men believe in God, watch this, but don't prioritize going to church. This is an important distinction. So we do not have in our community a God problem. We have a church problem. Because black men and black people overwhelmingly believe in God more than anybody else in the country. The point here is not even, Charlie, a problem of faith. It's how that faith is represented and communicated through a particular institution. Something is off kilter if the mosque is 80% men, but the church is 80% women.
Ooh, I mean, yo, listen.
It is
listen.
important to know that we are in an information age, but the black church in large measure does not have information, it has inspiration. We have exchanged Bible study for midweek service. So it is not that black men don't want to learn, we're not giving them the tools. So your son and your nephew and your brother will watch for hours information from the Hebrew Israelites on YouTube, but they cannot find a place in the black church.
See what he's saying right there. Two things can be true at the same time. A lot of what he said has some truth to it, has some validity to it. But the problem that he's not looking at is himself and his pastors like him. Black men, and you let me know if I'm wrong. To all the black men that's listening to me right now, whether you're right now or on the replay, what's your reason why you don't go to church if you're not in the church and you grew up a Christian. A lot of us would say that we don't like the way that the black men get portrayed in the church. We don't like to also know that the pastor is trying to sleep with the majority of the women in the congregation. We look at that as hypocritical. So it's pastors like him, because we all know his history, right? We all know his history. His history is sleeping with the majority of the women in the congregation, women that have husbands and all of that. That's what he does. The black church puts you at, especially these type of pastors, they put themselves as a deity, above, almost at the same level as God, not above God, but almost at the same level as God. Black women, what they do is, in a lot of cases, they play on the emotions of our women. So when you have in a lot of cases, your women that go to these churches, and the pastors are out here sleeping with the younger women in the congregation, doing all types of crazy stuff, men see that. The pastor's driving the fanciest car, but saying that the church ain't got no money. Men see that. And when we see that, logically, our logical brains tell us, stay away. Don't go there. Something is not right. If you look at the Hebrew Israelites and you look at a lot of their teaching, it's usually preaches on masculinity and what it is to be a man. You look at the Nation of Islam, same thing. They preach more masculinity. And if you truly did understand the Islamic culture, it has a lot to do with respecting the woman, right? We got Candace, the legacy maker, in the building. What up, what up, what up, my sister? It has a lot to do with that, with respecting the woman. So when we start looking at stuff like that, right, and we start putting all of these things into perspective, it's no wonder why a lot of the men are like, yo, I'm done. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not going into these churches. I'm not going out here putting money in the collection plate for this man to go buy a Benz. I'm not going to also do that so this man could possibly try to sleep with the younger women in the church. I'm not doing that. We pay attention. We pay attention. It's not saying that a pastor shouldn't have nothing. Should. You know what I'm saying? You should definitely take care of yourself. If the congregation and all of that, pay yourself a salary, but still be humble. But when you take that humility out of it, and you go out there and you're just staying whatever, and you're like him, this specific pastor, you have a problem. This man is known to be a creep. I don't even know why he's still preaching. The only reason why he still has a congregation of women, majority in there, is because he's catering to their feelings. And what he says sounds good, feels good. You know what I'm saying? But it's not, it's not legit. And that's why we can't do it. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. You even got people in the comments, right? Right over here. He says, I don't listen to Pastor Jamal Bryant. It's a pastor like him that run people away. There we go. Michael, gaslighting at his finest. No, sir, that's incorrect. We know that God don't come to the church either. The street brothers do and say only what's required, and they don't compromise their values. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. But you see, even people in the comment section know who this man is. And there's a lot of pastors like him. So I don't want to stick on him. But there's so many of these mega churches that got pastors that's full of it. Who wants to know, like, yo, listen, I'm in the church, I'll bring my wife, my kids. I might have a daughter that's 18, and the pastor's trying to sleep with her. The pastor got eyes for your daughter. The pastor got eyes for your wife. It's crazy. It's crazy. Fraternizing at its finest. But but as we say, y'all, all right, Dr. Umar, anyone? Major Dr. Umar. It's crazy, y'all. Crazy. But then we wonder why, like we say, a lot of men, he said it, and he was true. A lot of what he said had a lot of validity to it. Can't take away from it on the reasons or what black men are seeing. He's just keeping himself out of the picture. Anybody knows, man. If I today wanted to be one of the most famous people on YouTube, especially with the platform that I've created so far, that all I could do is just pander to women. I literally could just give women what they want to hear. And I guarantee you I'll be an overnight success. I'll probably be on the Tamron Hall show. I might do a show. They might have gave me a deal on the OWN network just from telling women what they want to hear. But when you come at it with truths and facts, man, it's a slow game. It takes a long time to get where you want to go when you start telling people, hold up, man, what you saying is wrong. What you saying ain't right. I see what you're trying to do. I see what you're trying to do. Right? Spitting some flavor in your ear. Guarantee you. Guarantee you. If I told women what they wanted to hear, I'll be probably one of the most, I'll be the next Derek Jackson. Put it like that. Huge. A sensation. I'll be selling books. I'll be on tour. I'll do it all. All these ideas that I got is crazy. If y'all was in my head right now, y'all sat there and was like, yo, this guy is thinking about everything. That's how I do. That's how I do. But I won't sell out, though. You know what I'm saying? I won't sell out. I'm going to give it to you like it is, and I'm going to grow my channel slowly but surely. So, with that being said, y'all, let's move on to the last topic. I got to get out of here by 1:30. All right. Let's move on. Where are we now? Let's talk about our girl, Phylicia Rashad. Hold up. No, that's not it. This is it. All right. Share this tab. All right. Y'all can see my screen. Awesome. Let's go.
Something has happened in popular culture.
I don't know why he's down there. Whatever.
And I don't mean to be critical, and I hope young ladies listening don't take this as personal criticism, because I don't mean it that way. But you're young queens, beautiful and smart and brilliant and bright. And it really, I know I'm taken aback when I see on a college campus young women dressed in
Jerome. The volume's low? Hold up.
I mean, male instructors don't like it.
It's just low.
More importantly than that, and you correct me if I'm wrong, sir. No man wants his woman to be out like that.
So, all right. I'm going to give y'all the gist of it because it's so low. I'm sorry about that, y'all. The volume is turned all the way up. And for some reason, it's coming out low. Look at y'all. Look at Candace and Jerome making love in the chat. I love you, baby. And then Jerome was like, I love you more. Kiss, kiss, kiss. I love it. See? Black love. That's what we doing out here. I love to see it. Said Jerome's in the house. My God. All right. So basically, she's pretty much saying that our sisters need to be more conservative. She talked about kind of when she was growing up, right? He said, get a room. When she was growing up, it was different. Now, the women pretty much are out there. And then what she said is, your coaches don't like to see it, right? And also the men that you might be looking at don't want a wife like that as well. Well, guess what? Phylicia Rashad has been getting a lot of backlash online by people calling her a pick-me. They've been calling. Now, I'm going to tell you, some of y'all might not have liked the Cosby Show because there's a lot of red pill people who woke up and they're like, oh, Bill Cosby was a simp, right? He worked. He had a wife that told him what to do. Y'all are crazy. Whatever. That was the ideal version of what a black family could look like, right? What they could look like. But we lost that, right? We lost that because it's not what black people chose to look like. But they at least gave us something to aspire to. A successful black man who was a doctor, a successful black woman who's a lawyer, and showing that the doctor and the lawyer could come together and make these babies and raise them into adults. We watched Rudy grow up from a child to an adult. Some of us may feel like that was our family. So this woman, we could actually put her on the level of greatness. And I would. To me, that is a beautiful woman who aged gracefully. And you would figure that women would listen to her. But the problem is that we got the younger generation who came up and everything she's saying is anti-man now. So here we go. I'm going to play something for y'all real quick of another sister going in on Phylicia Rashad, which is crazy, nasty, nasty work. But let's get into it.
Why is it that anytime
Did y'all hear this?
try to give game to younger women, it always circles back to being about a man? No disrespect to Phylicia Rashad. I respect that lady. I think she's beautiful. She's talented. She's everything. But she is a pick-me also. I already peeped the game when she was riding for Bill Cosby. I don't feel like getting into all.
I think for us, you are like the perfect image of a black woman.
Y'all could hear it or y'all can't hear it because I see that DP says it's low. Skinny says yes, he could hear it. All right, let me try to figure out how I could get this back up. Hold up.
Why is it that anytime older women try to give game to younger women, it always circles back to being about a man? No disrespect to Phylicia Rashad. I respect that lady. I think she's beautiful. She's talented. She's everything. But she is a pick-me also. I already peeped the game when she was riding for Bill Cosby. I don't feel like getting into all of that. But she was on the Breakfast Club and she was talking about the way that women dress today. Now, she's entitled to her opinion. That's totally fine. And I was okay with the message until she said, and most importantly, no man wants a woman that dresses whatever way they were talking about. Why is that the most important element when it comes to how a woman is dressing? And why don't people understand that not all women date men? There are some women that don't date men.
Yo, this is crazy. This is crazy. Make that make sense. Who's talking to women that don't date men? She's Phylicia Rashad, or no one is talking to the LGBTQ community. She's obviously talking to the women that want men. He said that forehead is shining. Yo, a lot of grease on there. There's a lot of grease on there. But Phylicia Rashad is obviously talking to hold on. Phylicia Rashad is obviously talking to women that want men. straight women that want straight men. She's not talking to no one else. So to down her for saying men don't like that, right? Men don't like that. It's crazy. Section is like, oh, she getting toe up. I'm happy to hear that. Hold on, I didn't even look at her comment section. Phylicia Rashad was absolutely right. You missed the whole point. Put some respect on her name. Y'all generation are too screwed up. I feel sorry for y'all. The mentality of the mental gymnastics that women go through to justify their position is amazing and should be an Olympic sport. Yo, they tearing her up. I'm happy to see that too. Because what? But guess what though? Here's the thing, right? Hold on. Here's the thing. Hold on. Let me just tell this person I'm messaging them. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm being ghetto right now. So here's the thing. When we talk about this, there's a lot of women that probably tear up in the comments right now, but then will still say not everything a woman do should be for a man. But guess what? Everything that a man does is usually for women. Everything. Now I'm talking about a real man, right? I'm not talking, and I said that like yeah, a real man. But I'm saying that to say that a man that's of substance usually does things for the women in his life. Usually, the majority of the times when you see a man that's climbing up in a pole as an electrical worker, or he's a lineman, or he's working in a coal mine, or he's working on a rig, he's doing those dangerous jobs. It's usually because he's trying to bring back money home for his family. So the majority of things that we do are for women. You ask a man straight up, why do you get a haircut every 2 weeks? Ask a single man that. He's going to say, because that's what women like. Men always adjust to what women like. My guy with the $20 super chat, he didn't say nothing. All he did was just drop a bomb on your boy, the International Quiet Storm. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Y'all know super chats go to help out with Meet to Marry. So thank you so much, fam. For real, for real. So men do things. We do things for the likes of women all the time. You ask any man that and he'll say, yeah, I do that because I want women to like how I look. It's only nowadays where men are not showing up outside like they used to, right? We're not outside hollering at women, yo, what's up? Let me get your number. We're not doing that like that. A lot of men, if you talk to them, they don't feel like, they don't care for rejection as much anymore. But it still doesn't take away from the fact that the majority of things we do are for y'all. If you see a man driving a nice car, it's usually because he wants a woman to look at him. You see a man wearing a gold chain or a platinum or silver, diamond, whatever these dudes rock now, it's usually because he's trying to front for a woman. Attention. We know that women want attention from men, but it's just so hard for some of these women like her to actually say that. So it's almost like, well, we don't do things for men. Yes, y'all do. Cut it out.
Date men. There are a lot of women out here that have opted out of dating entirely and don't care about what a man.
Then we're not talking to those women. We're not talking to those women.
Always have to go back to a man. I don't
understand
that.
Because they want to see the race continue. They want to see the human race continue. That's why. That's why. There we go. I agree with that. He says, I value my freedom. Me too. Ruin the cold approach. I totally agree with that. When men have to think about, a woman embarrassing him, recording him, and saying something crazy if he approaches her. Some men are like, yo, I'm falling all the way back. I ain't mad at that. Do me a favor. Follow what my girl Candace says here. She says, like, comment, subscribe, and share the content, y'all. Because older women value men because they understand what men contribute to the world. Oh, I didn't even see TDP in the building. What up, my guy? Never fear, TDP is here. What up, man? Make sure y'all go over there and subscribe. He said, why she looking like a dinosaur? I don't know, man. I had mad big. But let's keep going.
They need to reprogram their minds. They need to reprogram their minds. Like, it's 2025. We work too hard to have autonomy, to always have to be connected to what a man likes and what a man doesn't like. If y'all constantly keep saying, oh, men don't like when women dress like this, men don't like when women wear their hair like this, wear lashes, wear makeup, this or whatever, and a woman is still doing those things that a man doesn't want, wouldn't that tell you that we don't fucking care? Coco and Ice-T, she dressed however she wants to dress. She do whatever she want to do, and he's been married to her for how long?
There
are plenty of men that don't be getting in women's business like that. They don't care about.
Now she's using Coco and Ice-T. Ice-T, one of the biggest simps out there. He called himself pimp. So you're using a guy who exploits women, right? As an example of what it is for a man to just let a woman do whatever she wants to do. It's okay. It's okay. I just recently saw Ice-T and Coco on it was like one of those daytime talk shows, and the guy was grabbing Coco's. I'm gonna keep it YouTube friendly because this is a family show, but the guy was grabbing her behind, right? And Ice-T was sitting there like, go ahead. We're talking about this man for an example of what a man is supposed to be. You can tell when women don't have strong fathers in their lives because they say stupid stuff like that. They use minuscule examples from celebrities as a need to say those are the secure men. Every other man is insecure. It's crazy.
About policing women and trying to control a woman's every move. Y'all be the ones who try to control everything y'all women do because y'all are insecure and y'all care about the public's perception of you. And like I said, I would be totally fine with the message if she kept it about the women and themselves. But to constantly always have to bring something back to a man, it's crazy. It's getting old. It's been old. Why is it that anytime older
crazy. Let's stop that. It's not getting old, right? It's a real thing, and it's the natural order of life. Women, if your desire is to be a wife, a mother, then you should be aligning yourself with doing things to be a wife or a mother. And a mother, I should say, because you should be a wife first, then a mother. Or if vice versa, fellas, if you want to be a husband and you want a wife, you should be doing things to align yourself with the type of woman that you want. So it only makes sense. These women like her, I'm not talking about all women. I got to make sure I put that disclaimer out there. Not all. But women like her, they'll dress however they want. Let me look at her IG. Hold on. Let me see how she dressed. Let me see what she wants the world to know. Oh, it's just her sitting there. Oh, here we go.
How to act when you see an attractive person. Quickly look away. Now slowly look back.
So I made a video last week questioning why.
So that's it right there. That's what she wants us to see. She wants us to see what the cleavage looks like when she's outside. So no wonder she feels as if men shouldn't have no say-so. Older women should not tell younger women how to dress. We shouldn't do that. We should have no say in what our women wear. And if you do, you're insecure. There's women like this that'll tell a whole wife to leave her husband because her husband doesn't approve of her outfit. because he knows what he might have to do to protect his wife if somebody got out of line because of what his wife is wearing. He knows that he could lose his life to protect his wife. And he doesn't want to do that. So ladies, the surefire way for you to protect your man is by being modest. If you have a man, and you should practice this even if you don't have a man, so that way it doesn't feel forced when you do have a man. And then also know the type of man you're trying to attract. If you're trying to attract a man that solely wants you for your body, then hey, dress that way. But if you want a man that respects you, honors you like a wife or a woman is supposed to be respected and honored, then you might want to listen to Phylicia Rashad. She has the recipe to be a wife. She has the recipe. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I totally agree. Totally agree. Ain't taking that serious. But unfortunately, what ends up happening is these dudes sleep with these women, and because they sleep with them, their heads feel enormous, as if this is what they deserve. I deserve this out of life. I deserve a man. You don't deserve nothing. None of us deserves anything more than what we put out in this world. We get what we put out in return. That's it. That's all. That's life. Everything that I have, if you look at my house, if you look at my wife, if you look at my kids, it's because I worked for it. Yes, I worked to have a wife. It's what I wanted. So I became the man that she wants. That's how we do this, y'all. There's no other way. There's no other way. Anything else you making up, you freestyling. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, my sister, Queen Lala in the building with let's round it up. Let's say a $10 super chat. Thank you. Queen Lala with the $10 super chat says, these are the females, the enemies, devil. I agree. Used to keep the family divided, period. So much book knowledge, but lacks wisdom. The man and women are stronger together. Please tell them. Please tell them. We keep trying to say what we could do separate from each other. But guess what, though, right? I guarantee you that young lady is in the church. I guarantee you that young lady loves Pastor Jamal Bryant. I guarantee you, this young lady we're looking at on the screen right now is in the church every Sunday praising God, then coming on the internet talking crazy, calling our sister Phylicia Rashad a pick-me. How could that beautiful black woman be a pick-me? Shouldn't you want to be picked? I wanted to be picked. We should all want to be picked by the people that we want. What's wrong with that? Why are we using ad hominems every time you don't like what somebody's saying? Instead of respectfully disagreeing, you get disrespectful and you'll disrespect your elders. It's insane, y'all. It's insane. Hold on. What link was that? He said, check the link I dropped in the chat. Hold on. Which link, brother? Which link? Oh, you talking about that TikTok link? You know what's so crazy, Skinny? It comes across like that. It don't come across like let me see if I can see it in the chat over here. It don't come across as something I could actually click on. It's the wildest thing, y'all. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up over here. Oh, I see her. What she's talking about. Hold up. I followed her by accident. Oh, I followed you, Skinny. There we go. She dress how you want to be treated. Let me see if I can find that from her. Let me see if I can find that. Where's that at? Dress how you want to be treated. Where is that? Where is it? Where is it? Oh my goodness, Skinny. Trying to find it. Killing me, man. Am I tripping? Did I pass it? Like, what's going on? She's in a blue. She's in a blue shirt. Trying to find it. I see one that she's in the one you sent me. But when I clicked on it, she has like a tan shirt on. It says, "Dress how you want to be treated." Oh my God, I can't find it. Skinny, could you send it to my my Instagram? Send it to my IG. I know I could just pull it up and play it on here. Yeah, send it to my IG. I got a couple. I'm supposed to be out of here, but I want to play what Skinny just sent me real quick. Show it to y'all. But it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know the world we live in. It's an evil world we live in. Because none of it makes any sense. Hold on. When she created this one. Back in January. I know. I gotta go, hon. I know I got a 1:30. I'm about to leave. Promise. About to be out of here. I see this one. Oh, Trump plans to put black people back.
So let's make this make sense. So we know how much Trump hates illegal immigrants, right? And I do quotation marks because I think he just hates immigrants in general. We know how strongly he feels about them. His constant rhetoric was always that they're criminals. They come over here and they kill people. But while he was campaigning, he said the quiet part out loud when he said that they are coming over here taking black jobs. I know a lot of people tried to make it seem like he didn't really mean it in that way. He meant exactly what he said. We all know the stereotype that comes with illegal immigrants. People say they come over here and they do the jobs that no American wants to do. These jobs are typically considered to be the bottom of the totem pole. So when Trump says that immigrants are coming over here.
Skinny, you talking about this one, right? You talking about this one? Let me see. Talking about Trump plans to put black people back in their place.
Taking black jobs. Are y'all following? Because now with him revoking DEI and the Equal Employment Opportunity Act, which has protected black people from being discriminated when it comes to getting jobs that they are qualified.
Wrong one. All right, yo, Skinny, I gotta run though. But I'm gonna check it out, and then if anything, I'll review it on the next video. But listen, y'all, thank y'all so much for joining your boy. It is 1:30. I have to drive across town for this meeting. So I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for joining today. As usual, stay tuned. Tomorrow, Meet to Marry season 2. I'm tripping. Season 2, episode 2 is going to be ready for y'all. And also, if you are a channel member, it's out now. Also, stay in touch. Join the channel memberships for our giveaways. I'm giving away the Apple AirPods Max, the over-the-head headphones. Right now, retailing for over $500. You'll get them for free just for following the steps that I'm going to give y'all and sharing the content of Meet to Marry. But I appreciate y'all as usual. Thank you so much for joining the show. I really appreciate everyone that's in the chat, everyone that's watching on the replay. And thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you, Queen Lala and the International Quiet Storm. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.